Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SMITE. We are looking at the brand new god in the house. We're looking at Ne Zha, a Chinese god. The third prince of the Lotus. And he's got a lot going on for him, so I wanted to go ahead and do a bit of this before the match started. Let's take a look at what he's got, shall we? First and foremost, I can tell you that Ne Zha is an attack carry who's an assassin, and he's melee. So physical damage, melee, and he gets quite a bit of attack speed, so you don't really want to spend a lot of itemization on speed for him. His passive is based on dying. When Ne Zha dies, his spirit is reborn from a lotus at his location. It heals nearby allies every second and increases their protections. That's not great. I don't like a passive that has to deal with death, kind of like Bastet. But there's another half to this. He also has a 4-swing combo, and the final hit of his combo does an AoE. So you can basically get up there and start doing a bunch of damage to a group of mobs. And now part of this is I'm going to be using the default equipment that the game wants to pick for me. This is going to kind of limit me a little bit because it means I'm going to have sprint and meditation. I could have changed that up a bit because they do allow you to save preloads now. But I didn't do that. That's okay. We'll get around that. Typically with Ne Zha I don't need too much of that. We'll see that the default setup is, of course, starting out with a death toll, which is good for sustain in a lane. It gives me only one potion, of course. I kind of wish it would give you more. I don't want to turn it off just yet. We'll see how I do. I've got the I've got the death toll, so hopefully it will be okay. So the first ability we get is the Universe Ring Toss. Ne Zha throws the Universe Ring where it bounces to nearby enemies. Each hit deals about 50 damage here at level 1. Applies a stacking physical protection debuff for 3 seconds, and it slows the enemy by 25%. Each successful hit also applies a stacking movement speed to Ne Zha. Now this movement speed at final level goes up to about 55%. So you can move pretty quick if you start trucking along, because it stacks about 10 times, so it might be more than 55. I just know that you move really fast. Now, a lot of people I've heard underestimate the ring. It doesn't do a lot of damage per hit, but you can get it bouncing across multiple enemies. So, of course, you can hurt a group of enemies, like hurting a line, kind of like Zeus's Chain Lightning, but it doesn't do as much damage as the Chain Lightning for Zeus. It does enough, though. But the big strength is if you get 2 enemy gods next to each other, you can bounce the ring back and forth between the two, and it will do a whole bunch of damage between them. I've actually seen gods lose like half their health because it kept bouncing back and forth between 2. So if you ever get a chance where you're in a lane, and you can basically just get a shot on the 2 gods in the lane, and when the creep is not available, you can do quite a bit of damage. You can see I've got this 4-hit combo that ends in that swing of the Yari he's got into the ground. The next ability is the one where you're not going to need a lot of attack speed. When it comes to Ne Zha, you really do not need to stack attack speed at all. In fact, it's kind of recommended that you avoid it a little bit, because Ne Zha's second ability is a self buff. It's a fire spear. This self buff, get a little bit of bouncing out there, you can see doing a bit of damage. Doesn't do a lot of damage independently, but again, it does also do a stacking debuff. You cannot underestimate the debuff and the slow. Oh, Ymir taking a lot of damage here. Kind of poking back and forth here. So as you can see here, the Flaming Spear, you get a buff that increases your attack speed. It's at 15% now, and critical strike by 15. So not only does it increase your speed, but it increases your critical strike. So the 2 things you really don't need to spend a lot of money on for items would be attack speed and critical strike. Certainly you could stack critical strike, but because you have a self buff that does it, you can get items that you might normally not look at because they don't have pure stacks of what you're looking for. There we go. That was a nice... Oh! Gonna stun him. Come on. Oh! Too much. Too much damage. Oh well. That sucks. So what we've got here is the final ability is the Artillery Sash. You throw out the sash, you hit the first enemy god in your path, which is what you saw me do there at the end. The target is stunned for about a second, and you yank yourself towards the target. You do about 70 damage, physical damage to all enemies in the area. Now, Artillery Sash? Amarillo! The sash has a attack damage scaling of 150%. Now let me see if I can... Oh, I was hoping that that might work. So the sash can hit quite hard if you're stacking attack damage, which of course, why wouldn't you? Alright, let's back off a bit. No, I don't think so. It will do a little bit of damage, but I'm going to need some health. Letting the computer pick my items might be the death of me here. I can't move in too close because if I do, they'll start attacking me and focusing on me.
Your right tower is under attack.
Emir's pretty low too. It's not working out in our favor here, so this might not be great. Did I get another item? No, not yet. So your ultimate is Wind Fire Wheels. Ne Zha dashes forward, hits the enemy god, knocks him skyward, and unleashes a combo that does 30 physical damage per hit. Timed clicks will cause those hits to crit, and you get then the enemy gets smashed back to Earth, and it does, I believe, additional damage to them, but I can't tell 100%. But it does do damage to any enemy gods that are in the impact zone. So there has been some conversation I've heard about Ne Zha's ult not hitting hard enough. Oh, that would have been a perfect time for that. But I don't know if I quite agree. It doesn't hit. It's not the hardest hitting ultimate, and it doesn't scale by a lot of attack damage. But because it knocks an enemy god out of play for a couple seconds, and it does damage to the impact zone to enemy gods, it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm too low on health to actually initiate on Neath. Oh, jeez.
An ally has been slain.
Does she have her ulti? I think she does. Let's pull back real quick. I would love to have more potions right now. Okay, so it's giving me my boots. We're dealing with two pretty tough customers here. Another Ne Zha and of course Neath. So in the right hands, Ne Zha can pull some very nice moves. There have been some gods I've chased down because what you can do is while you're chasing down enemies, you can hit the lane kind of like that, like I just did, and then you can pursue an enemy just by hitting the lane. That they were way too strong for that ulti to really be effective.
Retreat.
So we're not doing so hot here.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Hoping to find a good opportunity to hit. Ne Zha does have a lot of capabilities for movement, for getting in and ganking an opponent. Problem is, as you can see, you kind of need the right opportunity. Oh! Oh, wow. See, and that was his ultimate right there, just getting knocked into the sky. That kind of sucks. So, feeding. That's not good. This might not be the best match to record, and I may have to do it again, but we'll see. I'm going to keep going. I don't like surrendering. I don't like quitting. So we're going to keep trying. You got level 2 boots?
Your right tower has been destroyed.
I kind of wish we could get some support, but I don't know how Hell's doing in the center. I'm taking way too much damage. I need to wait for the creep. Yeah, in the right hands, Ne Zha's tough. This is just not the best match. I've had some really nice ones. I actually had a god that was trying to get away, was about to get away, and it wasn't. And I even had the speed buff. And I just so happened to be running across his creep and knocked into them my rings. And just before he could get into his tower, I used the sash to stun him, get up on him, and then I just killed him with my attack speed buff. That said, Ne Zha is a really good god for killing towers. I know a lot of attack damage gods are, but Ne Zha seems to be definitely effective. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Show you the critical strikes there. Nice! There we go. That actually killed her. I didn't expect it to. Uh-oh, on her. But as you can see, there's kind of blue circles that kind of go in, and when the circle completes and goes completely into the center, you click, and then right at that moment is when you will do the critical strike. So you can, if you're good at it, which honestly it's not that hard to do, you can always get crits. Alright. Ah. There we go. Get in there and get the big hit. So I'll kind of show off here. Neath is coming though, but I'll go ahead and use the speed. And as you can see, the tower just kind of melts to Ne Zha's relentless assaults. Now, the ultimate, while good for getting a nice gank on an enemy and getting an unexpected hit, is also good for retreating, because you can dash forward quite a bit. And it's especially useful since Ne Zha really doesn't have a lot of escape moves on his own. Really, the only thing you can do is use the ultimate to escape. But it also means that Ne Zha has two gap-closing abilities, which is fantastic for fighting a god one-on-one. The sash and the ultimate can both close the gap very well. So here's hoping to get through this. Alright. Not many opportunities to go after Neath, but both of us being melee, it's kind of hard to get into that. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. I knew that was coming. Well, that sucks. I need to overcome that enemy Ne Zha, and it's not going to be very easy with
an ally has been slain.
I think letting it do this. I do usually use a different build, but we'll get this to work. I don't normally have sprint, so I need to remember I have it, and I can use that to escape him. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so what Amir said there is actually a really good idea, because a lot of people are doing it, is using Ne Zha to knock enemies into the air, and when they land, Emir will have his ultimate ready. And so what you do is you basically knock the enemy god down into his ultimate, and then boom, enemy dead. Dang it, I used my potion, didn't I? I did. Did not mean to. That sets me back. I'm used to having a whole stockpile of those. Okay, let's see what we can do. What we're going to do is I'm going to try and run past her creep once they initiate. Oh! come on. Come on, Amir.
Have returned left.
Got her! Boom! Just like that. As you can see, it's quite effective. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the kill. But that's okay. We hurt her quite a bit.
No. Enemy missing middle. Be careful. Retreat left lane. Retreat left lane.
Alright, let's do this.
Take left lane.
Melt to my blows. So the truth of the matter is, if you want to maximize attack speed on Ne Zha, you can get the Assault Boots, the Warrior's Tabby, and you can get Executioner. And those two have plenty of attack speed that you're going to need.
An ally has been slain.
Because once you have maximized 2,
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
I was still a few seconds off of my ultimate, otherwise I would have had her. And if you maximize your number 2 and you've got those two, you will be at probably about 2.2 attacks per second. Oh. Oh no, Amir's dropped. Oh jeez.
Has been slain.
That's bad. They are definitely over-leveled now, and it's not good for us. Alright, let's see about getting a buff.
Enemy missing left.
Oh, hi Cupid.
Retreat.
Nope, I don't think so. I gotta get out of here. I just used my ultimate. Oh yeah, missed me. Okay, this is why I wanted the computer to pick my default, because I think it's interesting that they're giving me the bow, the golden bow here, as a third item. And it actually works really well with Ne Zha's combo attack.
An ally has been slain.
The final hit of the combo attack, doing an AoE, every enemy it hits will also do the additional damage to any nearby enemies. So, you know, you do 100 damage to 2 gods, and you're basically doing another 50 to each one of them, because they both got hit for the 100 and they both got hit for the split 50. So that's really nice.
Your right tower is under attack. Enemy missing right.
Alright, got a call missing. Don't
Nice
know where
job.
she went. There she is, center. Alright, let's try and get a gank on someone. I'm going to activate my attack speed. Going in on Cupid. Wasn't quite enough. Still don't have my ultimate. Not good. Let's get a few enemy hits with the rings. Oh shoot, Amir gonna die.
Has been slain.
Oh dear.
An enemy has
Alright, I've got my attack speed buff. Need to do as much damage to Neath as I can. Shoot. Oh, this is it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. She was immune. Ah, dang it. Yeah. See, therein lies the problem with Ne Zha's ultimate.
an enemy has been slain.
If the enemy is immune to crowd control, you cannot knock the enemy into the air.
Nice job.
Which sucks, quite honestly.
I'll attack left.
You gotta be very careful with it. That's why I tend to, unfortunately, hold on to it longer than I should. Alright, let's get a attack damage since I've got speed.
Careful middle. Enemy missing.
Alright, so we should have enough for at least a 2. Will we get 3? Not 3. Okay, at least a 2. Alright, let's see. Left lane is just Fray. It looks like Kwong and On Her are gonna Oh wow, Kwong on her and Cupid. A whole bunch of enemies on the left-hand side. Emir seems to have the center lane to himself, which is great. Looks like right is completely empty, so I'm going to use this to my advantage. I've got attack speed and I've got attack damage, and what that means is I might be able to just completely melt away this tower once I get onto it.
An ally has been slain. I'll take left leg.
Alright, come on.
Your middle tower is under attack. Enemy missing left.
Okay, I think we got this. They don't know we're here just yet. As you can see, I've got 2 attacks per second right now. I've got the enemy on me, but I will take the tower before it's a problem. Oh, I tried to get away, but I couldn't. You know what? I will take that. I will trade my life for a tier 2 tower. That's perfectly fine. So, with that in mind, I should have rank 3. Yep, I'll have rank 3 of the bow. So now if I get into any team fights, I should do quite a bit of damage. Alright, let's see what we got here. Amir's heading back into battle. Hell's got it on her. Ooh, wow, on her using his ultimate. Not enough to take out Hell. Hell does have 3 enemies behind her, though. I don't think she's going to get away from that, especially not with Ne Zha doing his massive attack speed buff. There she goes. She's gone. So we've got Emir in the center. What have we got? We've got Neith taking a bunch of damage to Cupid. Oh! Oh, wow. That was quite nice. I didn't think she was going to make that one. That was really good. That was a close fight. Okay, so I'm going to quickly get speed. I can't really help center too much. They are really high on health and... Okay. Where are they?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Okay, attack speed. Oh, I completely missed. I didn't even see her there for a second.
Be careful left. I'll take left leg.
I think I'll help.
Help right leg.
Oh. Alright, good idea. We've got a Ne Zha on the right. Level 17 though, that's really gonna hurt. I can do quite a bit of burst damage, but...
Attack. An enemy.
Ne Zha left.
Enemy missing middle. Be careful.
Alright, that lane's pushed. We don't have any more towers to push, so we're fine here.
Retreat left lane.
Yeah, left lane's getting pushed back quite a bit. We need to come up with some kind of plan. I think we're going to move in. Oh, I see the attack damage buff is back up. Got it. I'm going to help with the left. I'm not sure just what I'll be able to do, but... Oh yeah, goodbye Cupid.
You have slain the enemy.
Ah, that felt good. You can see the amount of damage that Ne Zha can do is very high. She is...
Help middle lane.
I'd say her output is pretty much similar to Loki, and Loki does quite a bit of damage. Oh, the enemy Ne Zha is running away.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, ulti!
Slain an enemy.
Nicely done. Well, while I'm here... Oh yes, yes! That was it right there. Just got in there, stunned out Kwong, and just took him out. That's just as bad as Loki's ultimate, where you can just teleport right behind you. Oh, Fire Giant. Yes! Let's do the Fire Giant. I don't have any lifesteal, so I can't do it myself. Oh, Hell's actually fighting the Fire Giant. Alright, yeah, we're doing a good amount of damage here. Go ahead and use my potion now. Come on. Come on, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright. Sitting on 2300. Executioner. There, now we're going to see some attack speed. This is going to be good. I already have 1.75 being at 17. And you get 0.02 attacks per second every level, which is pretty high. Considering, you know, how it scales with your items and whatnot. Okay, there we go. Thought for a second I stole that. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to help her kill it. Alright, there we go. Level 18. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to solo the Gold Fury. With the speed buff, you can just put out extraordinary amounts of damage. I mean, look at the way this Gold Fury dies. With another level or another item, I would have probably killed it before the speed boost wore off. Oh, Jeebus. I don't care. Tower diving for it. So worth it. Whoa! Ne Zha, you're dead. Okay. I completely missed every single one of those clicks. I don't know what went wrong. But he still died, which is the important part. Oh, thank goodness that gives me so much attack or movement speed. Wonder thing's a bitch to get out of. Alright. Haven't really even used my boots. Haven't even used my meditation, to be honest. Ah, you bloody... By the way, that's my attack speed now. And it's... yeah, it's great.
Enemy missing middle. Be careful left. Okay.
There's Cupid. Alright, let's get... Oh, that's okay. I can still get Cupid. Alright, can I get on her? On her got away. Oh, jeez. You know what? I don't care. Aha! There we go. Ooh, Ne Zha just missing me with the sash. Thank goodness. I missed too. Sorry, we're doing pretty good here. Be quick about it. Get back into the fight. Oh, jeez, I missed. Tried to use my boots offensively there, and it wasn't really needed. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and... What? Alright, if we can get a tank in there, I could take that thing out right away. Yeah, Ne Zha is your perfect god for tower and phoenix killing. Just watch how quickly she tears through that phoenix! That's amazing, Mike! It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne phoenix fries. Oh yeah, this is good, this is good. Oh, beautiful. Alright, well, Amir's ultimate is going to really hurt it, and plus I'm just doing all sorts of damage to it. Oh no! Well, I'm providing healing to the group, I guess. Oh, they didn't stay in there. We almost had that. He is so close to death. Well, at least I've redeemed myself a bit. I'm now 7-5 rather than, well, whatever horribleness I was doing before. I'm sitting on 3,600 gold. I'm about to get another tier 3 item. Let's see what it is. In a minute, I guess. Alright, looks like Freya is deciding to go get some attack damage buff. I don't blame her. Neith is back at base at the moment, with Hel also back, going down middle lane. Freya will be retreating to get some healing, it looks like, possibly some items. How are we doing on itemization? Hel is really doing the best of us all, with having every item she can get at level 3 except for her boots, and of course the Vampiric Shroud, which she might eventually get rid of there. Everybody's looking pretty good. Enemy team not too shabby. I don't understand why Ne Zha decided to go rank 1 Deathbringer instead of finishing off the Eye of Retaliation. That's a good amount of physical power, not only that, but lifesteal and physical power as your health goes down. As a Ne Zha, I can tell you that I find that to be quite nice. I use it on my Kali all the time. Yeah, Deathbringer is great, but you usually want to finish it. That's where its power comes from, so I'm just kind of confused on that one. So, hey, speaking of Deathbringer, I've got a level 3 Deathbringer, and it's giving me Hydra's Lament. Seriously, this build, I would probably tweak just a little bit, but for the most part, this is a very solid build for Ne Zha. You get plenty of attack speed from Executioner and Death Toll. You do additional damage to anything you hit in a group with the bow. And the Deathbringer is perfect for the attack speed that you already have with the number 2 ability. No, you're not getting away, Cupid. Neither are you, Ao Kuang. Kill the Minotaur? Or we can do it. We can do it without the Fire Giant, honestly. Oh yeah, got a nice stun in there, and you can just see the damage. Oh, I got taken out, but we got 2 gods for that. They have. Oh, it's a deicide. We win. That was worth it. Because we were rushing, someone had to leave. I just went right in there, and I didn't even care that I was dying. You can see the burst damage was pretty much worth it. You can dive towers and pretty much melt them down by level 20. And not have to worry about it. You might die from enemy gods coming after you, but you'll kill that tower typically. Not a bad round. That one felt good. It feels real good, especially because I hadn't been doing too well tonight. A lot of my rounds were losses, but that's okay. This felt really good, and I'm glad we came back on that one. I was a little worried at first. But, you know, I gotta say, this is not a bad build. Warrior's Tabi, the bow, Executioner, Deathbringer is perfect. Deathbringer combined with Executioner are normally really good items by themselves, but without having to focus on attack speed or even crit, really. Ne Zha is a character that wouldn't really need to use the Rage item, which gives you, increased chance to crit if you miss crits. Granted, if you want to crit a lot more, it would definitely work, but you can focus on more attack damage heavy stuff and the raw damage power rather than focusing on that. The Hydra's Lament works perfectly because if you're going to do like a god gank like I've been doing, where I use my sash to stun them and I come in, not only do I do a lot of attack damage with the sash because of its 150 attack damage scaling, but then I'll also have additional damage on the Lament when I'm hitting them, as well as hitting them really hard anyway. So this would be a pretty good item for Ne Zha, I think. It's a pretty solid build, quite honestly. I mean, just the only problem I have with letting the computer pick my items is, of course, you only get one potion, which I'm just accustomed to having much more. Let's just go ahead and take a real quick look at the final stats. I'm really liking Ne Zha. Again, it's been mixed reviews regarding this god. Some people say that it's a bit too good. Some people are underwhelmed. Again, some people think that the ultimate doesn't do enough. Some people think that the rings don't do a lot either. I personally think the rings are great. You saw what it can do when it hits just a couple enemies. And not only that, but it is a stacking debuff. So your character, not only are you an assassin, but you're kind of a support. So you're sitting there reducing their protections. So basically, I find that Ne Zha has a lot more that he can do in group fights, say, opposed to Kali, which has been buffed in this patch. So she does a bit more, but she always kind of had a bit of an issue with group fights in that she was mostly focused on single target damage. And so what she would mostly have to do is use the Blood Lash, of course. And the ultimate kind of plateaued off after a while. Now it's a bit better with the bleed they've added. But with Ne Zha, you can sit there and bounce your rings onto a whole group of enemies when you're doing a group fight, removing their protection, slowing them down. The enemy can't get away. So you're very valuable to that. Then you have a slight stun that you can use. And if you need to, you can put a god out of combat for a couple seconds with the ultimate. And that will eventually do group damage to the enemies down below. So I think I like him. There's something about him that I like. And I wish I could have shown you some of the chasing by using the creep to chase and whatnot a little more, because that's really fun. We can see here my creep damage. Oh my god, my creep damage. 92,000. I was hitting so much creep that game. 17,000 on the player damage. The only person that did more was, of course, Freya, who got 11 kills to my 10 and 11 assists. So quite a bit of damage there by Freya. Not bad at all. Of course, I got outbeat by their Neath. Look at that, 20,000. 19,000 by their Ne Zha. All in all, not a bad round. I think it was a fairly even match. Felt good. And that's Ne Zha. Hope you like him. I do. He's just expensive if you don't have the God Pack right now. But hey, get the God Pack. It's $30. Get all the gods. I'm going to, eventually, when I get money. But I will. Alright, I'm KageKaze. I'll see you guys next time.